Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back here. I want to say thank you guys for click the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Appreciate the donations for the coffee. I see some messages that people have a correct, kind of like you want their questions and so on. If you find me on a Facebook, I can spend like 15 minutes of my time to answer some of your questions. If you need some reading, then we can follow up more. But I can spend like 15 minutes with one questions and pulling up your chart, and we can talk more about it for those people who want it and they need some help. But with that being said, here a lot of the things is going to coming out, and it's going to be start coming out more and more as you see it. Within ourselves, a lot of the things are really start to be processed on a very depth of level of existence. Okay, we start questioning things. We start getting it within this, particularly within first of all within us. It is very beautiful when these things coming out on the surface, because when they comes out on the surface, we are dealing with reality as it is, right? Not what we thought, not what we assume, not what we presume, as it is what it is, right? So people who living by the it is what it is, they're accepting what's going on, and they're understanding that they need to make actions because of awakening of awareness of the consequences. And hopefully that's you. All right. So what is it going on? What are we having today? 7 o'clock in the morning, the moon is going to be pulling off from the boat Lilith, which is in Scorpio. We are going to have that oppositions with Taurus. This is, as I said, can lead to a lot of financial situations with others, because Taurus is about providing. Scorpio, it is like, what can I use the material possessions of others so I can get my own benefits? Okay, this is what we are talking about. So a lot of those energies will coming off, and today the moon, as she's going to be moving out, because tomorrow morning she's going to be right crossing into a Sag, is going to be opposing Uranus. We're going to feel today this pressure. But as the moon, it's going to be continue and moving out of Scorpio. She's going to be opposing Uranus, and that energy of oppositions with Uranus, who is in the first, basically, minute, first degree of Gemini. This is going to be like, okay, if you don't follow this with the situations, you are either foe, but it cannot be a friend, or this could be you follow it with the situations, you can be my friend, right? This kind of like a situations is gonna coming out so strong, but that's gonna be the preparations for tomorrow. So don't look at it with kind of like of this, because the material situations are one way to testing us out. But today we are gonna be facing and preparing for the old these situations, and that's going to be rising right at 7 o'clock. At 8 o'clock, we're going to be sees of the energy of the ascendant is going to be moving to Virgo. Very beautiful moments of organizing. The midheaven is going to be with Taurus. That's going to actually helping Mars and Pluto, who are in beautiful trine. Very powerful masculine energies in our work is going to be done. Basically, you're going to be feeling good of the things that you are doing in the material world. Between 9 and 10 o'clock, we are going to start feeling at the situations within the past, and about 10 o'clock, Mars is going to be on the horizon. Again, these personal issues, right, between Mars and Venus, and particularly the masculine energies, the feeling, the guilt, the shame, oh, I should have, could have, would have, I must, and why I didn't see, and so on. We're talking about the illusion, disillusions removal, the guilt, the shame removal. So you can have a lot of those energies coming out, particularly because currently Saturn and Neptune, they are in the first degree of Aries. Now that can affect your primary visions. It's kind of like, okay, but I'm here in the world, but I don't see what really is going on. There is something else, right? You have this folk, right? That brain fog that it's all of a sudden it's like I want to see it, I want to feel it like before, I want to look at it like before, but there is something else. This is like a shadow, like a what Yoda say in Star Wars, the dark side clouds everything, right? That's how we kind of like a feel from within, because this is way that the energies are. First, we have to see this. When we evolve, we have to see the shadow, and then we have to go through this shadow so we can evolve, right? All right. Later on at 11 o'clock, the midheaven is going to be with Jupiter, is going to show us the things that we have not grown, right? Particularly within the family. We are approaching a very good energies. You may gonna feel a little bit more closer and closer and closer as the Venus is beginning to approaching Jupiter. That is a very powerful, very great energies about family, values families, but it's going to be applied not only to the family that you're currently living in, it's going to apply to the earth populations as well. Let's have love. Let's make love, right? And that is a going to be this energy that it's going to be felt, but we still have to, go through a really kind of like a tough period until Mars and Venus fixing their situations from within, right? Personal situations. All right. 12 o'clock, that's going to be the midheaven. That's going to be at Cancer. The ascendant is going to be at Libra. A lot of cardinal changes is going to be required because at the same time we have a Chiron who is in Aries, right? We have to heal ourselves first. Here, what we are thinking, right? You need to put the key in there. You need to look at that key that you holds on to your consciousness, and you need to open it from within yourself. This energy is going to be showing you, but it's also going to show that the purpose for that energy, it is the road that we are experiencing, and that it's fixing the things on mental level, on a psychological level, in the spiritual level, because the spirit controls the soul, right? And that will determine the actions in there in your life. All right. What else? Be mindful about 1 o'clock's energy. That is going to be where the Sun and Mercury are going to be coming into pretty much they separating together. Mercury is preparing to go to this 4th degree. We are going to see it after the 11th and 12th when Mercury switches over, how much communication is going to be changed. But currently, those energies that are opposing Pluto, the transformations, the new ways, and Pluto is like, you haven't been matured. Let me get you back because you have not changed very well. Okay, you have to thinking about of ascending, not putting people down, ascending. Okay, ascending. And there's going to be this new ways because certain changes are going to be in order because we are seeing that Mars as it moving more towards Libra. We are seeing it what this energy that's going to be felt in the air. Okay, pretty soon we are going to be start feeling it much more stronger. Basically, the vibes they're going to be within the air. You basically going to be able to sensing a lot of stuff. We are talking about Mars, masculine's energies, those particularly who evolve within their masculine understandings, and there this trine between Uranus and Pluto, and now Mars going into Libra. This is air. This is gonna be lots of actions through the air, okay? And the transformations with the sudden changes in the warrior. Put those three together. The things is gonna be great as long as we are not doing what? Thinking about our ego. Okay. All right. 2 o'clock energy is going to be more focused still within Leo. That energy is going to be squaring the moon. You probably seen it yesterday, how much this moon basically she was squaring Pluto and squaring the sun and Mercury. We have not changed on a certain things and we acting like what? Like a children, right? You seen this energy, but that energy it is says like, okay, it's time to grow up. It's time to move. Okay, I get it. It's in my shadow. I get it. It is my own situations. I get it. It's in my own things. I need to stop blaming others. So this energy is gonna be so positive in there. We are gonna see this later on at 3 o'clock. The ascendant is gonna be with the moon. Very beautiful energy. Okay. You guys seen it, kind of the energy is intense charts, but here is the ascendant with the moon, right? Right. She's going towards what? The North Node, to the future. She's figuring it out. I need to look at that growth. I'm going to be putting these emotions, right? So all those energy, they are going to bring it a great moments. But we have to go through the worst things to figure out the great moments, right? All right. 4 o'clock energy is going to be more focused within these situations about tomorrow. Okay. This is going to be when we are going to be opposing certain changes because some of the things they don't have to be changed. They were working. They were working great. They are working for a good things. But guess what? You haven't determined what is change, what is who's change, and you may gonna we may gonna experiencing that a certain friends is gonna be turning to a foe, right? But that is a preparations for what? That is a preparations for tomorrow. But still, even for tomorrow, the divine energies are gonna be coming in and helping us out, because it's just in 24 hours from now. Guess what? The moon is gonna be there. As you see it, that's gonna be for tomorrow. We're going to have the same thing. The only difference is right now, the moon right here, it's helping us out to understanding what we are suppressing. What was there visions that we are not seeing it? What is the things that we missed? How did we miss it? Did we really miss it or we were supposed to miss it? Right? So don't be self guilt tripping this because that's what Saturn does. Okay, like this is like you're going through a test and you not study and then you blame yourself that you did not study, right? You did not study, you did not did the work. You don't have to blame yourself, but learn the lesson. And this is going to be some those energies because Venus right now at Cancer is squaring that Saturn, and this can be a really very kind of like a tough moment for some of the people who are emotional, right? Okay. 5 o'clock, the energies are gonna be some very good, very beautiful. It's gonna be pointing out towards about growth. Oh, I haven't growth on this, then I have to grow on that. Yes, you do. How about their philosophy? What are you telling to yourself? Because see, the philosophy, when you're telling positive things to yourself, it fix your psyche. When it fix your psyche problems, then your emotions getting okay. From your emotions getting it okay, your energy is getting better. From energies is getting better, you're attracting the right things and the right synchronizations within your life. Okay, you guys welcome. All right. 6 o'clock on the midheaven is going to be at Libra. That is going to be opposing Chiron. That's going to be squaring Pluto. If you feel like you cannot transform or change certain things, and you feel like I'm wounded, I cannot do I still have certain things, go through them. Go see why you cannot do certain things. That's going to point you out to a problem that you have not solved, understood within your own self. Once you understand it, you understood how it is, all of a sudden this problem just disappear. Okay? But this is a something that you have to do what in your own. Yes, you can talk to others, so they can help you to see things that you don't see, right? Hopefully that will help you guys. That energy of talking to people is going to be required in the next hour, because at 7 o'clock the ascendant is going to be at Capricorn. The work has to be done. But that ascendant is going to be opposing Venus and Jupiter. So without oppositions of Venus of Jupiter, are you taking the personal things in the family? Or you take the family things personally towards against you? What is going to be? How about you look both and see where you're standing at? And what are you going to be thankful, right? Of the good, the bad, and the ugly. And to be understanding that when you awaken and aware of, you can change the things for a better, right? Because you understand what it was, can be, and how the things can be growing up. All right, 8 o'clock, that energy of transformation is going to come out very interesting, very powerful. We are going to have this moon shows up in there. We are going to see these energies at 7 o'clock in the morning. But right now it's what, 8 o'clock p.m., right? We have some more to go in there. But with those particular energies, as we are going to see it, is a lot of the divine energies from Venus, Chiron, Pluto, and Saturn with Pluto right now. It's working and point out if you have anything, particularly in the first degree of Virgo, you feeling it, these divine energies. They're amazing. They do incredible job because you're organizing your life in a base of the spirituality. Okay, in a base of the spirit. Very powerful energy. 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we are going to have the ascendant is going to be going into Aquarius. We're going to have some midheaven at Sag. That energy is about the growth. Now it's going to come towards us. It's kind of like, you know what? Before I go to bed, I will say a little prayer. Before I go to bed, I can say a little mantra. Before I go to shower, in the shower, I can go ahead and say the words like what I need to, these shower meditations to clear away from me. You know, that for some of you, this can be a sound bowl to turn it in. For some of you, it can just be out in the balcony for 5 minutes, staring into the stars and asking, hey, can you just remove that from me, right? This is going to be leading to a part of your eternal growth within. Okay? You're never alone. The universe is always watching you as long as you want. We will see in it the universe within yourself. All right. 10 o'clock. Those energies of 10 o'clock can be very kind of like intensified because the ascendant is going to be at Pisces opposing Mars. The midheaven is going to be at Sag squaring Mars and opposing Venus. Personal things, you know, it is about one of those realizations they need to learn. When you have personal things, okay, don't blame your partner, right? It is about you ready for your partner. It's about you to look within yourself and share. It's like, you know what? I have things within me, but I'm going to be working on it. And that takes what? You to get out of the shadow. And as we see it, the moon, it's going to be moving out of the shadow, out of the Scorpio, out of the underworld. She's in 150 degrees with Chiron. Mars is 150 degrees with Chiron. Okay? What are the situations, what the solution is going to be, right? Libra. Balance. Okay? Balance. All right. Talking about this particular energies at 11 o'clock is going to be hitting us like right in the vision, right within our face. In here, as I'm talking to you guys, here is a a little bit visual help to you guys. Here is the moon. Okay, she's coming out of the Scorpio. She's get out of the underworld. Very beautiful emotions. Even though that she's opposing Uranus here, we are seeing that those divine energies, and that it's coming from Mars. You did your masculine lessons. You did your masculine situations. You went with your toughest emotions through the hardest time, and you coming out into this shadow of expressions, and you going, and you are ready to tell the right things to yourself. Just pay attention to what you're telling to others, because what you're telling to others, it's probably is the best thing you can tell yourself. But knowing and accepting things from within yourself and telling the others, following your example, is going to be one of the greatest things you can do for the world. All right. So that's what it was, the astrology report for today, guys. I'm going to give you a heads up for 7 o'clock in the morning. As I said, the moon, it's going to be coming out of this Scorpio. We are going to be still seeing at this shadow side about the material situations, because midheaven it's going to be opposing the both Lilith, but the moon it's going to be under those divine energies that are going to be coming out. But this time the divine energy is going to be focused of what? They're going to be focused of Chiron and Venus towards the moon, but they're going to begin with Pluto. So it is, you see, after the problems and when you solving your own situations in life, the things are getting much better. So we're seeing that the moon is right here, and we have this 150 degrees with Chiron, but that energy of Chiron comes from Mars, right? Now, as the moon is going here, she's going to Venus. So from Venus, that energy goes into Pluto. And this is about that. Can you transform yourself through love, with love? So be love. Okay? Just be love. All right, guys, that's where I'm leaving you. Thank you so much for watching, and come back tomorrow for another astrogravitational report.